When old Billy disappeared, he left behind more than notes, he left maps for the soul. In a village wrapped in fog and silence, something extraordinary began. His writings, strange and beautiful, started to echo through those willing to read between the lines. Today we dive into one of his most powerful reflections, water. What if real wealth didn't glitter like gold, but flowed like water? What if true power were found in softness, in movement, in letting go? And what if understanding old Billy's words required more than logic, it required imagination? We invite you to join us and our distinguished guest professor, Dr. Ada Champ, as we delve into abstraction, perception, and the quiet strength of water, illustrated through neoclassic, impressionist, and contemporary realism styles. This isn't just a reading, it's an invitation to see differently, to feel deeply, to flow freely. Welcome to the channel where thought flows and mystery speaks. This is Old Billy Decoded.
When the fog descended, silence settled over the village after the discovery of Old Billy's departure. His notes were left stacked, serving as entertainment for the locals who chose to share them with others.
Number 026. Water. Gold may be precious, but it is water that moves, nourishes, and brings life to even the most unlikely places. It carries abundance wherever it flows, cleansing, renewing, and adapting without resistance. Water never fears obstacles. It finds a way forward even if it must take the long route. It exists within, above, and all around us, pulsing in the sea, dancing with the wind, and carving paths through rivers. Even when confined, it transforms, rising, evaporating, and continuing its endless journey of giving life. Water does not seek recognition or reward. Its purpose is woven into its very nature. It simply is, and in that, it is already complete. True freedom and prosperity resonate with the essence of water. Gold may hold value, but the key to well-being lies in water's gentle persistence and boundless generosity. A substance made of love, water. To embody water is to embrace a state of perpetual flow, a harmony between movement and stillness. It is the perfection of the unfinished perfect, always changing, always whole.
Professional rigor compels me to pay attention to a characteristic of Old Billy's work. Therefore, before we present the analysis of this note, which addresses the theme of abstractionism, so recurrent that it may be hindering the understanding of some readers, I must highlight this aspect.
Yes, Dr. Ada, that's precisely why we are gathered here. We know that most people would understand little of Old Billy's notes, so we are delivering them along with an attached professor. All your comments are welcome, even those that point out flaws.
Thank you, John. Allow me to illustrate some ways in which Professor Leandro Karnal's ideas may relate to abstractionism. By understanding this better, our approach to Old Billy's writing will become less conflicting. After all, it is easier to expand the reader's comprehension than to alter the language of authors, especially since most great writers have already left this world, isn't that right? Questioning reality. Karnal often invites people to question certainties and established conventions. This aligns with abstractionism's purpose of breaking away from the realistic representation of the world. His reflections on the fluidity of truth and the subjectivity of experience can be seen as parallel to the freedom that abstract artists seek when moving away from literal representation. Valuing subjectivity, Karnal emphasizes the importance of individual experience and the pursuit of personal meaning. This appreciation for subjectivity resonates with abstract art, which allows viewers to interpret works according to their own emotions and experiences. Breaking with convention. Karnal is known for his ability to challenge conventional thinking and provoke new perspectives. This disruptive attitude mirrors how abstractionism broke away from established artistic traditions. This is also the tone of Old Billy's notes, to provoke new perspectives and expand our perception of the world around us. Therefore, whenever someone does not understand what is written, instead of accepting it as a failure in communication and giving up, they should give themselves a chance, allow themselves to imagine. That is, allow themselves to co-write the message, adding their own resolutions to the imagined scenes inspired by the notes. Take note. Abstractionists do not aim to define what is right or wrong. They want their readers to see, through their own eyes, everything that societal concepts have crystallized as the limits of understanding.
A timely intervention, Dr. Ada. I had included this issue in my analysis of this note, but I wasn't sure how to avoid making it sound like destructive criticism. If I may, this is a beautifully written, meditative piece that uses the metaphor of water to explore themes of life, abundance, and inner peace. Here's an analysis. Strengths. Powerful central metaphor. The use of water as a metaphor is highly effective, capturing its essential qualities of fluidity, adaptability, and life-giving power. It is used to represent a spiritual state as well as a physical one. Evocative language. The writing is rich with imagery and sensory details, creating a vivid and immersive experience for the reader. Pulsing in the sea, dancing with the wind, and carving paths through rivers is a very effective sentence. Philosophical depth. The text explores themes of acceptance, surrender, and the inherent value of being. It challenges conventional notions of value, contrasting the worth of gold with the essential nature of water. Emphasis on flow and adaptability. The text highlights the importance of embracing change and adapting to circumstances without resistance. This is a very important lesson for modern life. Message of inner peace and completeness. The idea that water simply is, and in that it is already complete, conveys a powerful message of inner peace and self-acceptance. This message is very well delivered. Contrast between gold and water. The use of gold to contrast with water is very effective. Gold is seen as a static value, while water is a living value. Strong closing. The ending statement, to embody water is to embrace a state of perpetual flow, a harmony between movement and stillness. It is the perfection of the unfinished perfect, always changing, always whole, is a beautiful and profound conclusion. Areas for consideration. Abstraction. The text is very abstract, and while this is a strength, it could be a weakness for some readers.
Tone.
The tone is very calm and meditative. While this is effective, it could be seen as too calm for some readers. Overall, this is a beautifully written and deeply insightful piece that uses the metaphor of water to explore profound themes of life, abundance, and inner peace. Mr. Billy's evocative language and philosophical depth make this a compelling and thought-provoking read.
Thank you, Dr. Ada. Thank you, Ava. Excellent analysis. With all these added insights, I can see that if Old Billy's family ever decides to commercialize these notes, the marketing team would probably advertise something like, "Buy these mind-blowing notes and get a free guide to artistic appreciation."